Graduands, guests and colleagues, my name is Edward Joyner and I am delighted to welcome you to graduation. I have a few announcements to make before we begin so that you can relax and enjoy the ceremony. Graduands, an easy job to start with. Please check that your seat number matches the number on your ticket, because you'll be called to the stage in that order. If you discover that these do not match, our team of stewards can help you locate the correct seat. At the appropriate time, you'll be invited by the stewards to stand and make your way to the foot of the stairs, ready to head up the stairs and across the stage. All very straightforward. There are two things, however, which make for a seamless ceremony. Firstly, as soon as the person ahead of you begins to cross the stage, please make sure you make your way up the stairs. Please don't wait until they have passed across the stage before you reach the top of the stairs. Secondly, don't let the excitement and pride overwhelm you so much that you forget to pick up your parchment after you've crossed the stage. If you do, don't worry, you will have still graduated. But don't try to go back the other way because you will collide with someone coming towards you. Instead, please visit the graduation information desk in the Spring Lane building 30 minutes after the ceremony to collect your parchment there. Graduands, you are asked to raise or doff your cap rather than shake hands with the Vice-Chancellor when you are called on stage. And please feel free, if you're wearing one, to remove your face covering temporarily whilst on the stage and pause for a moment at the spot marked X in the centre of the stage for that all-important photo opportunity. At the end of the ceremony, graduates are asked to process out of the hall, directed by the stewards. Family and friends, the stewards will show you the exits once the graduates have left the hall. If the fire alarm should sound at any point, please remain in your seats. Instructions will be given and we will escort you to the nearest exit. Today, our graduating students become alumni of the University of York. You will join an international community of over 140,000 York alumni in 180 countries. Your Alumni Association is a vibrant and active global network offering events, services and opportunities designed to help you make connections with other alumni across the world and to support your career development. We will be there for you every step of the way as you embark on this next chapter, and you will shortly receive an email giving further details of the ways in which you can remain connected and involved. Please do follow our alumni social media channels on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and check out the Alumni Association website to keep in touch and learn more about life as a York graduate. As you get your first job or take up further study or training, please remember to keep in touch with us and let us know what you're doing. Understanding the career paths you take will help us provide the right support for current students and make sure we continue to offer graduates like you relevant information and opportunities. Remember, please, to join us for your celebratory reception following the ceremony in the Exhibition Centre, where you'll be able to celebrate your achievement with a complimentary glass of fizz and a selection of refreshments. Finally, can I ask you to please mute your mobile telephones, and if you are comfortably able, please would you stand.
Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to the University of York, warm being the operative word. My name's Charlie Jeffrey, I'm the Vice-Chancellor of the University. Please be seated. And what a special occasion this is. This is the first time we've been able to hold summertime graduation ceremonies in person since 2019, 3 years ago. And of course, most of you in our graduating class of 2020 started here in September 2019. So you've studied and lived through the most extraordinary and challenging period this university has ever seen. So what a delight it is this week to see you, the class of 2022, mark your achievement in this way, in glorious three-dimensional presence in this wonderful graduation hall with your family and friends, with colleagues from your academic departments looking proudly on. Your years at university will be among the most extraordinary you'll experience in your lifetimes because of COVID. COVID's had such far-reaching effects, health, economies, our societies. And amid that, we saw unprecedented disruption to the operation of the university, as you will have done during your studies. And I'm going to reflect a little bit more on all of that towards the end of the ceremony, on the challenges that we all, but especially you, our graduates, have had to face over the last 3 years or so. But now we're going to move into the main part of the ceremony, your part of this ceremony, where we invite you to cross the stage, reflect on your achievements, and be absolutely cheered to the rafters by your family and supporters in this hall. So that's an invitation to do cheering to the rafters. So, without further ado, let me declare this congregation open for the conferment of awards upon all graduates.
Professor Martin Bees will present candidates for the Department of Mathematics.
So, Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present the following candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Mathematics, for research in strategy dynamics in groups of prey, Joseph Butterick. For research in SDEs and the scale of Hilbert spaces, Georgi Chargazia. For research in quantum backflow in the presence of defects, Alexandra Hefren de Vasconcelos Jr. For research in multi-scale methods for replicate time series, Jonathan Embleton. For research in probabilistic coupling, mixing times and optimality, Roberta Murley. For research on supergravity on a 3 torus, Lasse Schmieding. For research in semigroups of straight inverse quotients, Georgia Snyder. For For research in weighted simultaneous diaphantine approximation, Benjamin Ward. For the degree of Master of Science in Mathematical Finance, Alexander Rose. For the degree of Master of Mathematics in Mathematics, Sedinam Azanu. Molly Barker. Alfie Caldecott. Luke Chatterton. Isabel Cooper. Benjamin Corrigan. Caitlin Diston. Joseph Dixon. Catherine Dongray. Elsie Duffy. Sabrina Duxbury. Dominic Eastwood. Liam Edwards Lamarche. Thomas Entwistle. Barnabas Franklin. Mitchell Goodman. Zoe Hall. Thomas Hemery. Sophie Joanna Howard. Charlotte Howell. Lucas Maxwell Francis Howell. Alexander Kane. Matthew Knowles. Jack Littlewood. Caitlin Lau. Andrew Nichol. Felix O'Reilly. Hugo Robbins Toff. Rasesh Sedani. Alexander Sharp. Benjamin Sheridan Guest. Daniel Stewart. Jacob Thompson. Benjamin Threthall. Sarah Wakelin. Rebecca Welsh. Adam Wintle. Georgina Yulden. For the degree of Master of Mathematics in Mathematics with a year in Industry, Caitlin Clasper. Brandon Fletcher. Michael Turner. For the degree of Master of Mathematics in Mathematics and Computer Science, Sarah Pickett. For the degree of Master of Mathematics in Mathematics and Computer Science with a year in Industry, Keir Hewson. For the degree of Master of Mathematics in Mathematics and Physics, Ryan Hughes. Inez Jermakova. Samuel Piling. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and Mathematics, Archer Clayton. Quinn Manchester Simons. Nicholas Widhoon. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and Mathematics with a year in Industry, Stephen Jones. Callum Sanderson. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Economics and Mathematics, Hannah Smith. Benjamin Story. Jack Tuer. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Economics and Maths with a placement year, Kieran Dasani. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, Emily Adams. Emily Akins. Adil Ali. Sarah Anderson. Chelsea Louise Atkinson. Thomas Banks. Rujeev Brown. Grace Brundle. Sophie Cahill. Xu Shen Shang. Weng Tong Choi. Emily Clough. Emily Collinson. Samuel Cooper. Hala Cottam. Jack Cushing. Elise Brooke Davis Hurst. Aidan Dixon. Keely Doyle. Harry Elliott. Lily Enzordine. Alice Eyre. Emma Flower. Amy Gibbons. Rosie Glanfield.
The vocal ensemble Eonomy will perform Don't Stop Believing by Journey, arranged by Owen Butcher.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took a midnight train going anywhere.
Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. Took a midnight train going a cigarette, smoky room, snow white and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting.
Up and down the boulevard, there's shadows searching the night. Streetlight people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the
Working hard to get my fill. Everybody wants a thrill. Paying anything to roll the dice.
just one more time.
Some will win, some will lose.
Some are born to sing the blues.
No, the movie never ends. It goes
On and on and on and on. Strangers waiting. Up and down the boulevard, there's shadows searching the night. Streetlight people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Streetlight people. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Streetlight people. Don't stop.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present the following candidates. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, William Graham. Thomas Gutteridge. Nathan Heath. Benjamin Headley. Montgomery Helmsley. Jake Hutchinson. Georgia Ingham. Eleanor Jenkinson. Daniel Knaggs. Kemal Kochak. Matthew Lamb. Rachel Larson. Abby May Lee. Ariana Lee. Robert Lockwood. Joe Lomas. Tobias Mayton. Cassandra McCann. Liam McKenna. Jennifer McLeod. Thomas McQuiggan. Joe Mees. Catherine Melling. Layla Mohebi. Owain Morgan. Alexander Morose. Francis Nutley. Henry Patient. Georgina Shaw. Amy Slater. Neve Spivey. Emily Swan. George Thompson. Edward Tursley. Madeline Turner. Susanna Warwick. Verity Wild. Felix Wright. Caitlin Wright. Yi Zhang. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Mathematics with a placement year, Amelia James. Oh, sorry, no. That's wrong. Apologies. For the Bachelor of Science in Mathematics and Finance, Tongu. Owen and Tennant. Wenting Wang. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Mathematics and Philosophy, Oliver Attack. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Mathematics and Statistics, Yitong An. Dong Boya. Kate Frank. Shannon Helmkamp. Jingshan Zhang. Xingyun Shan. Alexander Steer-Milnes. Hasnain Zaidi. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Jack Byers. Izzy King. And Charlotte Robinson.
Dr. Kevin Farnsworth will present candidates for the School of Social and Political Sciences.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present the following candidates for the degree of Bachelor in Arts in Social and Political Sciences. James Abbott. Alina Baban. Harry Baldwin. Jack Barton. Amelia Davidson. James Drink. Eleanor Gebhard. Samiha Hamza. Abby Harriman. Christopher Heseltine. Megan Kenny. Jasmine Kobiari. Charlotte Lodge. Georgia Lynch. Emma Jean Maitland. Bethany Marsden. Lucy Mason. Filippo Matthias. Ali Moody. Hani Mustafa. Anna O'Connor. Morgan Pearson. Georgia Rayner. Aliki Sabah. Anna Smith. Fiona Tam. Jordan Thomas. Alfie Tomlinson. Kate Tomlinson. Jackie Tran. Jessica Wesson. Joseph Wheeler.
We've heard a lot today from a range of presenters on different aspects of student life at York, but we wanted to share this video that has been produced by our students, about our students, for our students. It was produced by the phenomenal and award-winning York Student Television team. For our fantastic student union, it was first shown at the Love York Student Union Awards. It demonstrates clearly that while you've all been studying very hard, you've also been having a lot of fun along the way.
Freshers Festival.
4,408 of you cast a total of 34,897 votes.
Hi everyone, I'm Sophie Kelly. I'm the UCU Activities Officer for this year. We're outside Salvo's on Monday night of Freshers Week 2021.
Congratulations, Darius.
Whether it's on our screens using a joystick, on the pitch using a hockey stick.
I am in Lancaster for Roses.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present the following candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social and Political Sciences. Amelia Bainbridge Wilkinson. Antonia Ziegler. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social and Political Sciences with a year abroad, Josie Davis. Jessica Jane Savory. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social and Political Sciences with placement year, Vinnie Young. For the Bachelor of Arts in Social and Political Sciences with philosophy, Maya Landia. Jake Taylor.
It's my enormous pleasure to welcome Joseph Wheeler, our student orator, who will speak on behalf of the class of 2022. Our student orators have been invited to speak in recognition of their hard work on behalf of the student community and commitment to their studies. Our speakers have pursued the most enriching time they could during their time at York, as well as giving back to their community. On behalf of the class of 2022, I give you Joseph Wheeler.
Thank you. Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to all of my fellow graduates, families, friends and university staff. I would also like to welcome my own family who have joined me here today. My mum, her partner Paul, my dad, my sister Ella, my nephew Frankie and my girlfriend Elise. Bet they weren't expecting that. Thank you all for being here to celebrate with us today. My name is Joseph Wheeler, now a graduate of Social and Political Sciences. It truly is a great honour and privilege to stand before you all today at this ceremony. My time as a student at the University of York has allowed me to gain a level of confidence and pride within myself that I hope will stay with me throughout the oncoming progression of my career and personal life. As a common as muck kind of lad, with a broad accent and a working class background, coming to a Russell Group University filled me with all kinds of anxieties, fears and dread. Would I fit in? Would I enjoy the day-to-day university life and experiences? Would I feel comfortable in what would be my home for the next 3 years? I am proud to look back on the last 3 years at the University of York with great memories and experiences that I will hold close to my heart for the rest of my life. It is with the support of the student community, the university staff, my family and my friends, with a special shout out to Sol Ferguson and Will Werger, they made me say that. I would also like to thank Dr Kevin Farnsworth for his constant support through my degree and especially my dissertation. With the support of all of these individuals, I am now able to stand here today as a proud graduate of the University of York. During my time at university, I have led a successful academic life as well as an active social life, albeit perhaps a bit too active at times. Notably with the recent Summer Ball, which was an absolutely brilliant event, or at least from what I can remember of it. However, it would be far too simplistic and unjust for me to lecture you all on how amazing the university experience has been and look back through the rose-tinted lenses of hindsight. The truth is, we haven't had an easy run of things. For many of us, this exciting journey onto higher education commenced in September 2019. Little did we know then that just 6 months later, the coronavirus pandemic would bring life as we all knew it to a standstill. The educational, social and personal challenges that all of us faced were unprecedented. Yet here we all are today. As a group of graduates in 2022, we are proof and testament that with the right dedication, determination and devotion to your studies, it is possible to achieve your ambitions no matter the challenges that may lie before you. Our joint experiences over the last 3 years as students at the University of York empower us to go forward into society as resilient and determined individuals. We can all find this comfort in the words of C.S. Lewis, who stated that hardships often prepare ordinary people for extraordinary destiny. To conclude my address, I would like to wish all of my fellow graduates every opportunity of success and happiness in their futures. I really do hope that each of you achieve your own personal and career ambitions. As we all know, there's a rather large vacancy coming soon down in London. Perhaps one day someone sat in this very room may fill it. Wouldn't that be great? Thank you all for your time and enjoy the rest of your celebrations here in York. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Joseph. Graduates, guests and colleagues, to be presiding over a ceremony like this is a real joy, marking the creativity, the energy, the passion and the sheer hard work that our graduates have put into their studies. I think Joseph gave us a real flavour of that. We had to do all that in summer 2020 and summer 2021 on Zoom ceremonies, but on Zoom you can't really look into the eyes of our graduates. You can't really convey in the same way as I can in this person, in this hall, just how proud the university is of you all. I said at the opening of the ceremony I'd give some further reflections on the challenges we've all faced over the last few years. I guess many of you will remember when, 2.5 years ago, we were the lead item in the news, the centre of national and international attention when York saw the first confirmed COVID cases in the UK, one of them a student of ours. Little did we know, and that's a phrase that Joseph used as well, little did we know, amid the media maelstrom at that time, that this was just a prelude. Since then, COVID's taken a horrifying toll, over 6 million deaths worldwide, economies severely disrupted, so many restrictions on our normal social interactions. Little did we know all of that 2.5 years ago when we had those first cases in York. But there was something in that experience in late January 2020 that set a tone which endured. So I want to pick out some recollections from our initial encounter with COVID in January 2020. First and foremost, there was an extraordinary sense of shared purpose that arose immediately across the university community. Things were really, really uncertain. Nobody knew anything about COVID at that time, but students and staff and people in the city genuinely came together. It was wonderful to see, for example, Samara Jones, the then president of our Students' Union, on the front steps of the university before the amassed TV cameras and a pretty frenzied pack of journalists, basically saying, look, you lot, calm down, we're in control of this. And then we set up a call centre to deal with all the many anxious inquiries that came our way. We had more volunteers from our staff than you could. Yeah, we didn't. We had far more staff than we had phones to man. They understood the anxiety that people felt, and they responded with care and compassion. And when a tiny minority in this city resorted to stereotypes and scapegoating about where the virus had first been found, the response in the university and across the city was emphatic. We are not having that here. It is not acceptable. And instead the city rallied round. And we worked from the off with the City Council, with the local NHS, with York St John University just down the road to manage that uncertain situation. And that set a tone which endured and I think was a tremendous asset for us all over the last 2 to 3 years. And those responses, shared purpose, compassion, solidarity, collaboration, became emblems of our approach to dealing with COVID. Let me pick out a few examples concerning both students and staff. And I'm going to dwell first of all on my colleagues and the combination of dedication, hard work and creativity they applied to their teaching, to supporting our students, to doing their research. Now, at times we had to shift our teaching and all of our support services fully online. At other times we could only do some things in person, and only about a year ago were we able to move generally to in-person activity. Government guidance shifted on so many occasions, and my colleagues, lecturers, timetablers, technicians, cleaners, they had to adapt again and again. And that was, to be frank, a real strain, especially when it was combined with working from home, especially when many at times had homeschooling to contend with too. What was extraordinary was how all of that was accompanied by continuing outstanding research achievement. Colleagues found the time and the inventiveness to continue their research. Just look at all the great stories on our website, which are the product of research that was carried out during COVID. And of course, lots of our research in all parts of the university was focused on COVID and its effects, helping our society to manage this extraordinary disruption. Extraordinary too was the way staff of all kinds mobilised to support the welfare of our students. We had, for example, a really difficult moment in October 2020 when over 2,500 of our students were in COVID self-isolation either on campus or around the city, I presume, including some of you here today. And we had to make sure students were fed and had other essentials. That was a massive logistical effort, and we could only do it because staff of all backgrounds volunteered on top of their day jobs to make up food packs, to get in a van and deliver them, to phone students to make sure they were okay, and much, much more. So let me record my thanks to my colleagues, and let me call on you, our graduates, to applaud our outstanding staff and all they've done to support you during your time here. And then another big part of our COVID response concerned you, our students now, our graduates. It was, as Joseph said, an extraordinarily difficult time, with teaching having to be delivered in different ways, and with all of those other parts of the student experience, thoughts, societies, nightlife, at times in part or even wholly off limits. Many students had COVID, many more had to self-isolate when somebody in the flat came down with it. Some struggled financially because part-time work dried up amid COVID restrictions, and the whole experience was taxing on mental health and well-being. That could sound like a tale of negatives, a tale of woe, but there's more to it than that. It's not the whole story. That's in part because of what our staff did to support students as best they could. But it's in part because our students were so resilient. They, you, adapted to studying in different ways and actually helped us to understand how best to use online teaching methods. You adapted to socialising in different ways, in part online, in part outside. Our outdoor facility, the forest, was booked out every night it was allowed to open by student societies, sports club, college groups, no matter what the weather. And socialising outside in a Yorkshire winter takes quite a bit of commitment. And then there were our students' unions, represented here today by Viviane Yushing-Kal and Pierrick Roger. They were really inventive. They worked with my colleagues to identify student needs and find solutions for them. For example, hundreds of 4G Wi-Fi boosters for students with unreliable connectivity. For example, Christmas hampers from Morrison's in December 2020 for students unable to travel home. For example, working with us to help raise over £2 million of emergency student support funding. For example, lobbying with us to push the government to recognise student hardship during the pandemic. And beyond all that, our students rallied to support their community in the city. Our COVID test site on campus, a community test centre open to everyone in the city, was staffed throughout by students. And students volunteered in the community in all sorts of ways. One that stands out for me was our student tea and coffee club, which before COVID held coffee mornings on campus to provide companionship and conversation for elderly citizens in York. Couldn't do that, of course, with COVID, but they pivoted straight away to phone conversations, help with shopping, socially distanced chats across the garden fence. Absolutely wonderful, and one of many examples. So our students, including you, our new graduates, you showed tremendous resilience, commitment and compassion. You worked hard, you got your degrees, but you did much more than that. So thank you for all you've done and the way that you've dealt with the challenges of the last years. Colleagues, guests, can we give them another whacking great? And thanks too to your family and friends, including those supporting you in the hall today. I'm sure it was difficult for them watching on as COVID got in the way of what you were doing at the university, but also all the usual interactions you will have with your nearest and dearest. But nonetheless, I'm sure their support was vital to you during your period here at the university. Advice, companionship, occasional shoulder to cry on, perhaps less the trips home to get laundry done because we couldn't travel as much as we liked during COVID, but I'm sure there were surprise packages of lockdown goodies which took the place of the emergency laundry trip. And no doubt there's a bit of money here and there as well. So in light, earlier when you were wandering across the stage, there were some really loud noises which came from your family and supporters, a particular group over here which was really striking. What I'd like you to do now is to return the favour. So would you stand, turn to wherever your family and friends are in here and raise the roof for them, please. Thank you for that. And finally, please do think hard about your experience at York. Your experience at York during COVID. You're a unique generation of graduates. You have the same academic credentials as earlier generations of graduates do. Like them, you worked hard, you mastered your subjects. But you have something more. You had COVID to contend with too, and you dealt with it really well. I think this university and this city had a distinctive, almost instinctive approach to COVID based around compassion and solidarity, looking out for one another. You were part of that. I think it's an example of the values that we cherish in this university, and I hope you will take that with you as you move on into the next stage of your life. So thank you again. What a great cohort. I'm about to declare this congregation closed, but I did say at the start it was a bit warm. Congratulate yourselves for having got through the graduation ceremony held amid the highest temperatures this city has ever recorded. And with that, I now declare the congregation closed, so please stand.